We all knew that TikTok was a blight on the ass of society. But something you may not have known is the actual depth of the undiagnosis trend on TikTok. Thousands and thousands, if not millions, of teens on TikTok have started to diagnose themselves with mental disorders so as to garner charity victim points. Let's take a look at this girl, for example. This is from a debunk of her perceived Tourette's condition.
Claimed to have suffered from Tourette's syndrome since the age of 6 or 7, a disorder which made her life incredibly difficult over the years, so she claimed. By mid-2021, at the age of 27, she was using her 500,000 follower TikTok account Ticks and Roses to raise awareness about Tourette's, whilst simultaneously promoting her yarn dyeing business.
Hi, this is Emerald with Stardust Fiber Studio. I am one of the owners. I also do awareness videos for Tourette's on TikTok.
However, it was with videos like the one we're about to show that began to raise suspicions about whether or not this specific TikToker actually had Tourette's syndrome after noticing that her apparent condition felt forced or fake.
Well, and I wanted to talk a little bit about wow. I wanted to talk wow. I wanted to talk a little bit about wow. Never mind.
Now, it was demonstrated to be totally fake, her Tourette's condition, that is. She didn't have Tourette's. She was faking it for the camera. But she's not alone. Look at these headlines. And, of course, those articles are linked in the description. But if you look up fake autism TikTok, I Googled it. Here's a screenshot of what I found. And not just that, pages and pages and pages of people pretending to have autism, ADHD, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, PTSD. Hell, there's even a bunch who are faking sexual abuse so that they can say, yeah, I was sexually abused. Here's my trauma. Feel bad for me. We have allowed victimization to become a social currency. We've allowed mental disorders to be evolved from a personal issue to be worked through into a public issue, a giant look at me, I'm a victim, let's give you clicks, let's give you likes and shares, let's all feel bad for you. This is very dangerous because not only are you giving people attention for the wrong reasons, you're giving them attention for acting like a person that they are not. And this is linked very closely in psychological studies to certain disorders that are kind of like imposter syndrome, but more like people just being. I mean, I'm hesitant to identify things with a diagnosis because those are actually very rare and hard to get. It's something like imposter syndrome. It's people that are just uncomfortable being themselves. People that have to be fake, people that are rewarded for lying, people that are so disturbed that the incidence of acts of violence, of suicides, of real anxiety, of depression, all of these instances have gone up in recent years. And a lot of this is because of these social media trends where people are allowed to be victims for clout. Nobody wants to actually be a victim, but everybody wants the attention. The attention for these fake diseases is astounding. There's so much stunning and brave. When I see someone who has a mental disorder, my reaction isn't, oh, wow, you're going through so much. My reaction is, okay. And I move on. Why is that? Well, because I work with people who have mental disorders every day, and people that have true mental disorders who actually need help keep it as a personal issue between them and professionals, and they work on it, and they solve the problem, and they move on with their lives. They don't feel that everyone has to know their problems. I was diagnosed with ADHD. I was diagnosed with PTSD from sexual abuse. Does everyone that I talk to in my life know this? No. You know this on my YouTube channel because I use it to make rhetorical points. I don't want sympathy. I don't care about it. It's not, my identity isn't that guy who deals with ADHD. It's not that guy that deals with PTSD. I have personal issues. I confronted them. I still confront them daily. And I go on with my life. I be the best dad that I can. Like, I am not victim first. I'm dad first. I'm therapist first. I'm here trying to live my life normally, not trying to live my life as the personification of a diagnosis. But that is what these people want. They want it because they can gain clout from it. Look at this girl who faked having a giant scar on her face so she could get some attention. Yeah, that giant scar, that's fake. She did that because she wanted people to know, oh, I get bullied for this. I get bullied for this. You know what you do when you fake these mental disorders and these physical conditions? You cheapen the experience of people who actually have these diagnoses and these, physical deformities. You cheapen it. You make them feel as though, they can't speak out because you have made it so cringe to do this, to talk about this, to be involved in any kind of a group about this, a support group or anything. This is evil and this is wrong. And we have to stop rewarding people for this type of behavior. They're rewarded with clicks. They're rewarded with anything that they can get. That's why usually when I'm talking about somebody like this, I will go to a secondhand source because I don't want to give the attention to that initial person. They don't need it. It's toxic for them. That's why I don't have social media beyond, I use X to kind of just shitpost, but I don't have social media where I use my real name, my face, post pictures, things like that. I don't do it because it's easy to fall into that trap of, getting likes and views and clicks feels good. It feels good because people care about you. But in reality, people don't care about you. They're looking at you as a spectacle. And the same is true for these people who have these fake conditions. I don't feel bad for them. I feel like something's missing from their lives and they do need help. But attention is not what they need. They need to go out to the ranch like Dr. Phil has them do. Send them out to the ranch and work your ass off for a couple of weeks. That'll fix your problem. But in reality, that kind of is what they need. They need to touch grass. They need to be in real life. They need to be working hard. They need to understand what life is like off the internet. The internet has been the greatest blessing and the greatest curse, particularly social media. Social media is something that I have very mixed feelings about. I absolutely despise Facebook, Instagram, any of these other, I'm trying to think of what the others are, Snapchat, I just don't like them. You're putting your life up as a spectacle, and that is damaging. You're being vulnerable with people you don't know, and you're going to get some pushback. And when you get that pushback, you get defensive, and it inherently changes who you are when in real life, you're vulnerable to people that you know and people that you love, generally speaking. But on the internet, if you're vulnerable to everyone, think about the girls that post like bikini pictures on Instagram. They have all the comments telling them that they're absolutely gorgeous and beautiful from guys that want to have sex with them or other women who are insecure and living vicariously. And then they have the hate comments calling them a slut from men who are insecure and women who are insecure. Whereas they would be better off if the rest of us just ignored them. That's what we used to do with crazy people. We'd ignore them. Now they're rewarded with money and fame. That's crazy. I know this video was a little bit ranty, but this really irritates me. So I wanted to make a video about it. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.